Is it a magpie crying over a mouse? It looks like a magpie crying over a mouse. That seems important to the lore. It's a little hard to look at from down here. Those look like crows. Like crows are carrying the dying light. That looks like a... These are really hard to look at from down here, actually. What am I supposed to use pine cones for? Am I supposed to destroy something? Oh, that's from the song. Golden scales riding a lizard. That's a skeleton-y, corpsey guy. Okay. Do I get to open all the doors? I assume there's nothing stopping me from just opening all the ones that aren't like a weird destroyed door spot. I'm gonna explore. Alright. Let's take a look around. Oh, hello, hole in the ground. Oh well, they try. They try. I need to find one more urn. I think whenever I hear that, that's like the game respawning them and re-killing them, basically. It's the only dead... It's like the only dead thing in the entire game so far, is these guys. I need Seith's urn. Not helpful. I think this is where I came in. Yep. Familiar side right here. When I'm done checking all the doors, I'll have to double check the room itself in great detail to see if I'm missing something. He talks about the place, she talks about the place shrinking. Stop respawning them and re-killing them. It's really, unfortunate. I assume that what was actually happening is that she just grew with age. And doesn't seem to accurately observe that, or doesn't frame it that way for some reason. So they talk about this whole place shrinking when it's just she's getting way, way bigger. Because she's huge. Rollo. Rollo, help. Where are the urns, Rollo? Don't make me earn it. I really feel like I've checked basically everywhere. I think I've looped by now. And it's not in the open in the middle of the place? Or on this pedestal? Kind of dangerous how close those candles are to the tapestry they're looking for. I would be a little concerned about it just lighting on fire. Alright, let's find our way back to the ladder. And climb back up. Which I think is right. Wow, first try. Nailed it. I don't know why I'm quick saving right now. We're about to talk to them, which will quick save. I might have missed a Seith urn somewhere in the dungeon. Might have to do a little search everywhere until I find it. Unless it's like right up here. Aye, this is the one I was searching for. But this magpie, what is she doing? She seems to be weeping. Impossible, a magpie weeps for no rodent. Aye, and there it is. The magpie snatches up the banner in her claws. Tell no one of this mouse. Why? Tell no one of the fact that a magpie cared about a mouse once? Why are magpies so fucking racist? I've done everything you've asked of me. You have indeed. Now, mouse, you may ask one question of me and one only. That's brutal to choose between. I would assume that Merra refused to sing to the Baron because she was resisting the Baron. Like, we kind of already had hints of that before. Whereas knowing definitively where she is more important. But what if she doesn't have the answer? What if they don't have the answer? It's just true to our character that he would desperately try to seek any evidence of Merra's whereabouts and whether she survived at all or not. Merra, where is she? Who? My wife, the dancer, Merra. Dancer? You don't want to ask me anything else? Perhaps about the uprising in the north? I feel like have I read about this already? A minor garrison of the Red Paw, situated in the northern Meridia, the fortress of Great Burham was recently razed to the ground during a protest. Local mass population. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, it's about the guy named Myarsh. You mean Great Burham? I already know about that. You do. Perhaps I could tell you of how the stars were sewn into heaven's tapestry, or reveal the mysteries of what lies beyond. The heavens? No thank you. No good? I can give you the secret of making gold from lead. I'll tell you the final words of King Rodgar. You won't answer my question? It's such a simple one, barely worth my time. Very well, then. I must consult with Myglar. Rabbit closes her eyes and stretches out her wings to the fullest extent. There is a moment, almost an eternity, of absolute silence, and the magpie speaks, her voice so clear that it seems to you as if it is the only sound that has ever existed. You must journey to the Isle of Periclave. What you seek is waiting for you there. You've been over Periclave yet? Periclave is... I think we've sung about Periclave, but not read about Periclave. Periclave is the subject of a myriad of epic poems and songs painted for us in an evocative... painting for us an evocative, if often contradictory, picture of the Lost Tower. Some say it rose from the center of a vast plain, a bridge between the earth and the heavens, while others describe Periclave as an island pierced by a black shard to the center of a great lake. But most historians tend to agree that Periclave was once a place of learning and discovery for all enlightened creatures. Greater, even then, the library at Keem, and the final rallying point for the armies living in the War of the Green Flame. Or the armies of the living in the War of the Green Flame. As its true nature has long eluded scholars of all disciplines, some have theorized that Periclave is merely a fantasy, an amalgamation of various enclaves that played a part in the war. Regardless, the Tower of Periclave casts a long shadow over us still. Right, I probably mentioned Periclave during the Gilded Warrior song. Don't suggest that they're lying. I feel like that's a very direct insult. Periclave. Merra's ship was lost in the cloak of Periclave. Indeed. So there truly is a lost island of Periclave. Lost? It's exactly where it's always been, and it is real, I promise you. I was born there, atop the ruins of the Great Tower. It must be a dangerous place if the stories are true. Dangerous. It's as quiet as the grave, but the journey there will be a different tale altogether. Periclavan legend. Only one contemporary account of Periclave exists, given by the boatswain of a small fishing trawler lost in a storm, and found adrift 6 months later raving about an island of both great beauty and abject horror, a citadel dominated by a dark tower and populated by the dead. The ship's surgeon who examined him declared him madder than a Saltern ferret, forced as he had been to drink the brackish waters of Lake Valia in order to survive this ordeal. He recovered in time, but he never recanted his testimony. Though his body had returned, it seemed his mind still dwelled on that island he claimed to have found. One night he stole a skiff and disappeared back into the fog that hangs over Valia at dawn, never to return. Or he's just there. I wonder if we'll meet them here. I wonder if we'll meet him in this game, or if there'll be a sequel one day, or if it's just world building in general. I'm just curious, because that leaves it open, the potential to meet this exact character if you go to Periclave in the next game, if we don't make it there here, or so on. Dangerous. It's as quiet as the grave, but the journey there will be a different tale altogether. And a chart to navigate the currents. I'll need luck just to find the charts. At the bottom of this cliff, on a desolate shore, you'll find a rowboat about your size. What about the charts? I cannot help you find your way. I know only the currents of the sky above. The lake is the domain of pirates and frogs. Valian frogs. The frogs of Valia represent the lake's only indigenous culture, and their knowledge of the lake's currents and winds is greatly prized. Only the most foolhardy of captains would dare attempt to navigate the lake's treacherous waters without a Valian frog among their crew. Is this game all looping back around to the idea of me moving forward with the first character I met? That's funny. This frog is not just a joke side character, but no, she's necessary for multiple quests and might be the ultimate conclusion. And perhaps pirate frogs? I've seen more than a few. You have my thanks, Ravik of Periclave. I will tell you one more secret. You're a brave mouse, Tilo the minstrel. I'm almost glad I didn't eat you. Farewell. With a beat of her wings, the magpie is gone. Huh. I was curious about that. Oh, jeez. Mixed up my buttons a little bit. I don't know why I tried to press that button of all ones. Yay, Periclave didn't even... we didn't even get eaten by them at all. Ravix didn't murder us. I don't know why, but when they first showed up, probably because there was no initial dialogue, when they sort of like jump scared us for a second at the gate, I didn't really necessarily assume that they'd even speak. I see Shiny. Hello, Shiny Bottle. Are you the bottle of my dreams? It's been a long journey to look for you, Shiny Bottle. I'd searched all the catacombs. There's nothing. Nothing. But there is a bottle. A shiny bottle. Can I get there from here? Well, this is just back to the slopes. Is there a barrel, like, right here I can hop in? There it is. If I'm gonna go for this jump, I'm gonna give myself a checkpoint so I don't have to run all the way back here. Is fall damage a stat? Not really. I'll just default to thief set. You're the spitting image of Too Long the Thief. Hopefully this jump won't be too long. Oh. I'm gonna die. Yep. I'm alive. Of course I'm alive, because I'm not in the magpie tomb, which means I'm back to being able to survive virtually anything, except for stubbing my toe on some thorns for a second. That pretty much kills you immediately. Hey, this torch. Does this torch imply that you can get here somewhere, somehow? Maybe. Hello. It is the Hythern. Yes. Alright, so back to Dwindling it is. We are way the hell up here. It's actually a little hard to piece together where I am right now. But I'm... Oh. Oh, my, torch is doing the thing again. Hey, Torchy. You alright? It's fine. It's fine. It's kind of fun. Because it's a weird, nonsensical magic fire. So having it physics freak out is fine. And, also, it's not dangerous. Because it's ghost fire. So, it's not like I'm like, oh no, it's gonna burn me because it's freaking out. Does this, like... spit out somewhere? Huh. There's just been a secret passageway up there this whole time. Because this is like a familiar... Yep. There's that weird gash in the wall that always makes me think of Dark Crystal. For reasons that are not always entirely clear, but they're there regardless. Well, alright now. Just gotta take the elevator back down. Or back up. Because we're at the lowest position for the elevator right now. And trying to die along the way. And put up with this game's very short stamina bar along the way. Now that I've ridden one of those, I look at that and I'm like, is that an elevator I can ride? Because it has been before. Only one way to find out. Hit. Yeah. Ah! Oh no. Get up, get up, get up. Bye, 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 bye. Ah. That was an odd moment. I'm not sure what to make of that. That was weird. I at first landed in the fire, and then I kind of fell through the fire, I think, without pressing anything else. But hey, it I don't know if that would have ever been a fatal fall, but that may helped me ensure that it wasn't. So did its job. Yeah, part of me, after having ridden the other torch down, couldn't help but wonder if maybe I could ride that torch down too. Stamina meter, come on, I just want to sprint everywhere all the time. I'm not sure how to feel about the stamina meter. Getting your meter to go longer over time is a decent little RPG mechanic, but it's kind of unnecessary. Not being able to sprint everywhere is kind of a bummer just because it gets in the way of just getting around at a decent clip in a game that often asks you to cover relatively large distances. And I feel like the stealth mechanics kind of aren't even really a valid reason to bother with a stamina system, just because the stealth mechanics are still so easy, because you can outrun the guards so easily even with limited stamina, and then you can just be immune to them via the armor. So the idea that the entire game has a limited stealth system because for the first couple of hours you'll be avoiding guards actively is, like, not my favorite reason. Welcome, good mouse. If you have a question, pray ask it. The graves in the lower hall, many are smashed. What happened? Soldiers came long ago, armed with hammers and quarry axes, and split them open. Rat soldiers? Aye. Later, more soldiers came, in search of something, some stone. They did not find what they sought. Lady Dunlane, I have gathered all of your remains and heights. You have my thanks, good mouse. I am grateful beyond words. Here, now. Before the altar, a sarcophagus slowly opens, revealing a magnificent suit of gold and armor. My final secret. Final secret. Is it gonna fit me? Is it gonna be like, surprise, she was always a mouse? No, because she's clearly not a mouse in these pictures. It's beautiful. And now it is yours. Pray take it. My lady, I can't accept this. I have no use of it. The armor weighs little, but is stronger than iron. Wear it in my name. Forgive me, Lady Dunlane, I must go. Good mouse, tell me. My true love, how did he die? Oh. Oh no. The answer, it's written on his obelisk. My sight is fading, good mouse, please, tell me. My lady, forgive me. It was you who took his life. He died by my blade. He had fallen to the green flame. Then, it was a kindness. He would not have wanted to exist like that. Thank you, good mouse. Please, I would have you keep a part of me with you. You find once more a modest urn at your feet and place it in your pouch. If you are ever in need, I shall be there. There's so many really good characters in this game, and now I'm gonna I'm gonna rob this grave. Although it's based on their suggestion. A new set. I can pretend to be the hero Dunlane at this point. Or Dwindling. I've misread it basically the entire game. It's fine. The game doesn't have voice acting, it can't contradict me. Never mind that the same game's full of rhyming lyrics. The armor of later Dunlane of Dal, forged of some unknown alloy by the capital's finest artisans. Though it is almost 1,000 years old now, the quality of work remains unsurpassed. It was this suit, worn by Dunlane during the Battle of Periclave, that earned her the name the Gilded Warrior. Be a bit masturbatory for me to play the Gilded Warrior song when I'm wearing this set, huh? I haven't seen this screen for so long it surprised me, because we haven't started a new set for so long now, that I was like, what's happening? Kind of, it's a little distressing just to rob armor directly off of a corpse that's there. That's just the body of Dwindling right there. By the way, the developers clarified how to pronounce the name that's been bothering me this whole game. Yeah, her name's Fatale, not Fatale. That's why it rhymes with finale in that song. They told me on Twitter when I asked, because I had to sing the song, and I was like, what the hell? This song doesn't work. I'll probably still call her Fatale, Gusto and Fatale the entire game, because I've done it so far, but that's why I pronounced it differently in the song, if I remember correctly. It's because I actually got clarification. Because either I was going to pronounce her name Fatally, or something like that, or I was going to pronounce the word final. Like, I was going to be like, for our grand finale, instead of finale. Just to make it rhyme with fatale, just so the song would flow better, because people mispronounce words and to make them rhyme, not irregularly. So, I was gonna just do that. Is it gonna be even faster and smoother than the other armor, basically? Yes! Oh my god, it's armor you can run in. It's armor you can run in. Who is it that calls to me? If you have a question, pray ask it. Forgive me, Lady Dunlane, I must go. As you wish. Who's a little mousy Ornstein? Listen, you're gonna be confused by this request, Silas, but I'm gonna need you to dress up as Smo, and we're gonna have to hang out dramatically in a room until people that are ready to fight a boss fight show up. Assuming that the rats don't attack me when I'm wearing this set, then this is going to be one hell of a boon. So I'm going to be able to... so I'm going to have all of my mobility while also being somebody people won't attack. In addition to what might be some really cool dialogue choices. Oh, the blacksmith's going to want to see this armor. And I want the blacksmith to see the armor. Part of me is like, I like the blacksmith and want to impress that character, and also I'm like, I like the blacksmith and I want him to get the chance to see the armor of Dunlane, if they recognize that. Also, the frog is easily fooled by costumes, so I'm curious to see if the frog falls for it. I'm saving a little too often now, but, you know, good habit. Up we go. Hopefully people don't attack me for wearing this armor. Otherwise, it doesn't serve its purpose of being armor, necessarily. And then oh, my stats don't change, do they? I think it seems to have the same stats as my other armor. It's just I can run in it, which is a pretty good bonus. How do you react? You're not attacking me. Your armor? It's so magnificent. He's impressed. That's about it. No, it's nighttime. I have to fast forward to the morning so people can be impressed. Because this is rad. Zoop. Hello. Something I can help you with? You're not even gonna react to this, huh? The gallows? What's going on? I don't even know what this question is coming from, but okay. The jailer has been found murdered at the bottom of the well. The signal rat. Your friend Silas? They say he's responsible. Fuck. That's not supposed to happen. They took him a few nights ago. Reckon he'll swing for it. They didn't take him a few nights ago. He was in his room like yesterday. That's not how this timeline works. What evidence do they have? Enough to hang him. Silas is to be hanged? When? Before the next blood moon. He's being held down in the jail. That's not good. There's probably no other questions. That's your reaction? Huh. That's rather underwhelming, I gotta say. It's really odd the game doesn't have a reaction of you being like, hey, by the way, I'm wearing Dunlane's armor. When you go to, like, the armorer, the guy who specializes in armor, you'd think he'd react a little to that. Of course Silas would be at risk. It's a fine suit of armor, Scow. The commander's going to love it. I need to speak to the commander. Don't keep the commander too long. He has a lot on his plate today. I think that makes it even weirder is that every character besides the blacksmith seems to react to the armor, even all the randos.